So to the extent that people have been put off guard by the president and his improvisational approach and the operational tempo of this administration, which has been fast, is your view that this is what disruption looks like, and there are modifications to be made, but that a lot of what people see as it makes them unsettled about this administration, that might just be the byproduct of disruption?
Well, I think take reforming government, if you will. I think it's the same way a little bit in foreign policy. You need to get people's attention that the agenda is going to change, it is going to be different. But then what you have to follow that with is actually a strategy for how you're actually going to accomplish what it is that you're after. And this is where the absence of confirmed officials in these departments is a huge hindrance to the president's agenda and to trying to reform these departments and agencies, because those are the people that become the missionaries within the department to help bring about change.
Does the president need somebody like you who's had some experience? There's not somebody in this process who knows what you're talking about working with inside agencies, who can run the traps in Washington. Does he need a kind of what we would have in the old days called a wise man in his orbit?
Well, I think my view is that it's probably not a great idea to have somebody to be sort of the appointed wise man, but I think the willingness of a president to bring people in from time to time. I noticed that he had Henry Kissinger in a couple of days ago, and so I think on foreign policy, talking to people like Henry and so on is a good thing. I'm not sure anybody in the administration, most of the people in the administration have no experience in government. And you know, I've joked with some of these folks, and I can't remember whether I had this exact conversation with Rex Tillerson or not, but at one point or another I said, can you imagine you're the corporate executive and you have a board of directors of 535 people, none of whose interests are aligned with yours or your organization's. And you know, I mean, that's the difference between government and the private sector. And part of the concern that I have is that at senior levels, there really isn't anybody who has had those experiences and can offer some good advice in terms of how you bring change and how you do some of these things.